in the middle of Dojo today. I'm the Blind Sensei. Today we've got the Sons of Cain. This is Chris.
Hi.
And over by the door is Kev. So...
Hello.
Right then, so Sons of Cain, why are you called the Sons of Cain?
We got the name Sons of Cain. I used to watch Sons of Anarchy, and we sort of we brainstormed to come up with this idea. We actually train with Cane Masters International under Grandmaster Mark Brown, which is predominantly, as you'll see, the walking sticks, which are different from ones that you normally get. Yeah. And that's what we sort of base everything around, and then we bring in, like I've got a karate background, and Wing Chun, Krav Maga, pressure points. I've done some judo and some jiu-jitsu as well. Yeah. I've done some combat courses.
What's that style of karate did you do then? What?
I started in Shotokan originally. I went to a military boarding school, and so there was literally rugby, football, cricket, which I couldn't abide, so I took up shooting. And then our new French instructor was a Shotokan instructor, so I did that for a while. But my friend at home introduced me to a guy called Shihan Rick Woodhams. It's called the British Okinawan Bugaikai Karate Club, which is it's Goju based, but it's slightly different from what you would see normally.
Yeah. Right, so we've got Sons of Cain obviously, so I've asked them if they'll actually show me like the parts of the cane and stuff like that and how to use it and stuff. They've got videos out obviously on the Sons of Cain on YouTube, but we need to actually feel what's actually happening with the cane and stuff like that. So Chris, if you want to whack out and
whack out.
We love you for the plug.
So if you've never picked up a cane before, this cane, this walking cane, you see it's got the curve is the crook, and as that comes round, you've got where it ends. That's called the horn. So you've got the horn round to the crook, goes onto the shaft, slides it down, and the very end of the cane we call the tip. Okay, so interesting point. Legally, because your cane is straight, if it wasn't wide, it could be taken off of you. Because this has a crook, it's classed as a medical device, as is because yours is as well. But under the Disability Act, nobody can ask you why you're carrying it or take it off of you. But if this is one of my straight canes, it could be taken off of me. Which is just I've taken this everywhere, literally everywhere. Okay, so when we talk about the cane, we would say either grab it by the crook or top of the shaft, mid shaft, by the tip. So we always a different thing. Where you hold it, you can do the same technique, and how you hold it will actually change the technique. So you could, I think, with one technique, by varying your hands in the cane position, you can get 27 variants off of it. So that's why it's quite useful, and you can walk around with it and look stylish, which is always good. Okay, so what I always tell people is, I'll show you a couple of bits, and you realise, hang on, I know this. It's just that I've got a cane in my hand, which is what I want people to do, to realise that you've got this knowledge. You just adapt. Again, we're adapting the principle to what it is. Okay, so first technique. What should we do?
Right, if I just give you some guidance, Chris.
Yeah.
Please don't take it the wrong way.
No.
You're using your hands on the cane.
Yeah.
As if you're.
You know what? I'm always fiddling with it.
It's like me, I was feeling like when you were saying it, I'm like, right, that's
no, give Mark clear direction, because as he's going down to the horn, just say like he's got one long end, one short end, and a curve in the middle. Just really describe it through, so that when Mark's holding, instead of saying right, if you say put the cane between your legs, remind him to have the horn short end facing him, just a little bit, just a little bit like that, yeah.
Right.
Okay, mate. Let's go for this one.
Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put mine down, and then I'm going to...
Are you going to be the sensei?
I am going to be I'm going to get beaten up. Okay, so all I want you to do is to hold the cane, either hand's fine, at the top of the shaft, with your thumb pointing downwards. So...
That way?
Yeah, So if you would be walking, that's how you'd be walking with it. So if you put it down by your leg, so if you're walking, say, you'd hold the top of the croak.
Like that?
Yeah, and then what we say, now that's called a reverse horn because you've got the gap towards me. If you turn it around, that's normal. So normally we would walk in that position, but if you can do various moves from here. We will do some, but I'm going to be from the other end of the room. I'm not.
Especially with a flying man.
Oh, it's not that. It's we'll do some swings. The figure of 8, we haven't got enough room in here. We would destroy your ceiling.
Yeah.
Okay. So
what about if I move?
Well, we can do it slow. Yeah, we can do it outside. But again, figure of 8. I can show you over 1,000 techniques. I've got about 5 that I use, and you're probably the same. You've got to go
with
to
the martial arts.
Yeah.
When I say the shit is a fan, it's one of them things you're not going to think, oh, I'll use one knuckle or whatever. Some people will use them techniques, but it's.
I have my go-to to give me time to think about my. This really looks.
So it looks natural.
Yeah.
It's not just when it looks natural, so it feels natural when somebody attacks.
Yeah. So normally, so if I'm here, I'll do a nice simple one. What you're going to do is slide your hand down to the top of there. So if I'm in here, I'm getting aggressive. So I might be hands on. I would say I'm waving my finger at you, but there's no point in that. So
why not?
Why not? Well, last time I did that, my friend bit my finger. That's why not. Okay. So what I want you to do is, say I've got a double grip. Now, there's lots of ones for these, but I quite like this one because it's simple. I want you to swing the cane nice and gently, please, so it would hit the side of my neck on the same side. So you're just literally just going to bring it up. So if you bend at the wrist and flick it up. So I know it's really. So if you're going to.
We're not being able to use it.
Yeah. So if you flick it up, you've got an action here.
So it's going round.
And then here. Now with your other hand. So if I'm here, slide your hand out on the outside of my arm to grab the other end of the cane. So if you slide your hand
so
up,
it's like a lock.
Yeah. Now the trick to this is to actually bring your elbows together. So bring your elbows together. So you're going to squeeze the cane towards your opposite elbow. So you bring your elbows in nice and tight and just squeeze. Okay. And what's going to happen is I'm very quickly going to drop. Okay.
No, that's why
that's fine. I'm used to it. Yeah. So what you would do is you would swing that up and actually black the side of my neck with a tap. So yeah, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And then this hand's going to slide, grab, and then you are just going to squeeze.
Not squeezing your elbows in.
Elbows in, squeeze that. Use that. That's your point there.
Yeah.
And what you're going to do is try and bring that elbow to the shaft of the cane. Right, and I'm gone. Okay, right. So I know you like pressure points. Okay. Yeah. It's something I've been studying for a while now. A friend of mine who teaches me likes playing around. He loves the cane. He loves pressure points. He likes hitting me, and he's 6'6" and 25 stone. So he's fun to train with. And he says when you hold something in your hand, you become that element.
Yeah.
So you are now in the element of wood. So on your construction destruction cycles, it does a lot. Now his favourite one, and he says he always strikes gallbladder 32 first. He gives it a tap with the cane.
Side of the leg.
Yeah, side of the leg. So it's sort of mid-thigh-ish.
So you're going
bang, right. That's right.
I'll just bat it out like hit and then round.
Yeah. So if I'm here, but what it does now, Kev will give you a medical explanation later. If they're drunk or on drugs, it affects the nervous system differently.
Yeah.
If you hit that point, and I can't remember the name of the other point, but I know where it is. It fires up that nervous system and it makes them easier to knock out.
Yeah.
Because you've got wood in your hand, you become wood. It enhances the gallbladder 32 because that's a wood element, and the stomach is stomach meridian is
Fire.
No, it's earth, I think. He's off the top of his head.
So we'll put cuts in there, don't worry.
It's part of the cycle.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you put in a player without even trying. So if I'm here and you can feel my foot. If you tap just tap above the ankle, drive it down on top of the foot. You know where it is, and then start tapping the points, and then putting that grip on. Yeah. You know, you've enhanced the technique. And how much pressure are you putting on that neck lock? No, my knees were going straight away. So it's a very, so I'm here.
So to hit into there.
Bang, yeah. I mean, that was spot on. Again, if you hit, you give that a good whack. We condition this, we kick this around. So you can give it a fair old tap if you want. Bang. Again, it makes me drop down slightly. So
you're getting that up.
I'm getting the knee drop. So from there you can come in, tap the side of the neck, and bring your hand up at the same time.
Right, yeah.
And then what you've done is you've introduced some players on the technique. Okay. So again, I'm here.
So
whatever.
Back into that first.
Yeah. Then you know where my arms are.
What sort of technique do you spin it round? Because I feel like I'm going to catch it out.
Well, this is it. It doesn't matter what you hit. If you want, you can actually. A bit difficult to the beam. You can bring it over.
Yeah, that's what I've just a bit. I'm a bit thinking with the.
Yeah.
Where everything is like.
But okay, this is your breathing space to give you the drop, and then you can just lift the cane and swing it round.
Into the.
Yeah.
Oh.
So give that a tap. So bang.
And then
over. So as that hand's coming up, this hand comes up.
So yeah, so it's meeting it.
It's meeting, and then if you really want to be mean, as you bring your elbows and knees together, step back. Yeah. Now.
Oh wow.
And then.
You see, you've got that to like.
You can drive that forward. If you
throw.
keep that pressed on.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you just
twisting as well.
You can twist, but if you rotate your hip, you can do actually a throw from this position as well. By just rotating.
That way.
Anyway, either way is fine because I'm off balance. Where my head goes, my body follows.
Yeah.
You're compressing that. I've crunched up. You're going for the knockout point, and then just literally, if you just twist, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean that's very simple technique. If you grab the cane again, so it's there. Now keep it that way around and slide your hand a little bit further down in the floor. Okay, so if I'm here, say you're here. Now you can feel where it is. Now slide it up.
Under the chin.
Under the chin. Now go around the back of my neck with it.
Just wrapping that.
So just literally doing that. Yeah. Now, with this hand, you can do lots of things. Neck techniques are dangerous. With your thumb, jam it into the other side of my neck.
This thumb?
This thumb here. Your other thumb.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you've got the right spot. Now push, pull.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That stomach 9 thingy that.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that going out back? What's that in then?
It's
like 10 or something.
Gallbladder 20, and then simple. But again.
That was nothing though. You know what I mean? It's like,
this is the thing. You've enhanced everything by that.
So like when Kem's sat on the thingy, you can reach from can't and then reach up.
Yeah. So you can extend your range. You can use this as a close in, medium, or long range weapon. Now, if you got it in that grip again, now, I'm glad you said triangle. Hook that over my elbow.
This one?
Yeah, that one, anyone's fine. Now, if you just bring that to the floor in the triangle, so you bring the cane, just bring the cane straight down onto the floor. You've broken my balance because you've got the triangle. And you can do that with the head, the shoulder.
Easy trouble.
Yeah, it is literally. All you'll do, I can see now in your brain, you're going, yeah, but you're going, if I got this cat on this throat and I do it with this, like I said, suddenly you're going, I know this, which is what we want people to do. But it's something you can work with, you can do what, I mean, these are 3 very, very basic techniques.
If you don't know the basic technique, I say basic techniques, something that don't know them, it's like maybe in the maze with all that, it's like,
well, again,
yeah, but
just do the same thing again. So if you bring that down, and with this arm, do an upper rising block across my face.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, so
and bringing that.
Yeah.
Right.
Doesn't matter what you do with that. Where you hit me, you caught me in the throat. If you caught me on the chin or the nose or across the eyes.
So what's that going into your pressure points there? What are they then?
This is a balance point. Okay. So
it's like if you grabbed me and I pulled in with my own elbows or arms.
Yeah. So if you follow the line of your shoulder to your elbow, so if you go in any guard or whatever position you want, So like that. So if I follow that line, no matter what it is, that's your back. You can be. Wow. If I pull anywhere else, you can resist.
Yeah, you can resist.
But because where your elbow's pointing, the same is. No, I'm not going to do this. Same here. I've hooked your knee. Where your knee's pointing,
you're going to go.
You're going to go. Okay. There's another one we love.
Would you be able to use it on heel?
Heel with the heel. When you put it on,
I don't hook onto anything.
You twist it and pull it.
Yeah.
But what people do, so if you grab the cane,
this is. I mean, I'm going to be quite amazed, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could use like smacking it into the spleen 6 and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
we love the spleen 6. Now, if you this time put your hands down at the tip end, so at the base end, both of them. Yeah. Okay, so
baseball outside.
Yeah, like a sword strike. Now, if we just shift to your left half a pace, we don't know anything. Now, if you strike with one of these, you do three things. So, say if you strike down now, okay, you've hit me on the trapezium, which is, I put it there because I don't want to clunk the head. So, gallbladder 21, which is not very nice. But what you then do, right? If we come this way a little bit, because you're going to see, rather than just hit, you then draw that back.
Drag it, yeah.
Now, can you feel the contact?
Yeah.
Now take a step back and pull at the same time. And then pull.
Yeah.
I know,
I'm not going to do it, mate.
Now this is a training cane. You've actually got that in the gap between my shoulder blade and the muscle. And it's actually ticking the points right now. So you imagine you've hit this point here, you're hooking in here, and then you're dragging them.
Oh, so that's actually on your shoulder blade then?
Yeah. And this is a nice cane.
Right.
Now you can imagine with...
when it's gone even more round.
Now, if you imagine with...
Oh.
Now.
Yeah, that's a point.
Yeah. Now think about the angle.
It's like a pinpoint then, isn't it, that one?
Yeah. This is called a bird's head cane. Now,
right, yeah.
Because it's got a shape like a bird's head. Oop, I'm throwing things on the floor. Now, if you think about a side swipe, exactly the same. We always say, unless it's life or death, avoid the head and neck with these.
Yeah.
Because if you strike, but again, if you pull and drag back round the neck and you twist, what's really good, whacking the ribs and doing it. Yeah. The thigh, the knee, or the ankle.
Right,
okay.
Yeah.
When you come down, you've got straight angle. You've got top of the head. You can slightly angle it at 45 degrees.
Yeah.
That goes into the spine. Or if you turn it 90 degrees, it's round the neck. So from there, you could pull that and use your other hand for a nice elbow, forearm smack.
So where does that stick come all the way around? So you can like bang, couldn't you?
You can do
them in
anything you like, to be honest.
No, there's a lot of things that I thought, oh, you can use it to do this, but where would it grab to pull? So can you grab the hip then?
Yeah, you can grab, literally it hooks on, and as you pull...
so I'm going to turn you, aren't I?
You're going to turn me.
So if I turn you, obviously I'll take it over the top of your head, and then just bringing it in, across your face off.
If you do those across the face, just that simple hug we did earlier, across the face and roll it slightly, just give it a wiggle.
Like a figure 8 type thing.
Yeah, what happens is my legs go to jelly and I fall on the floor.
Depending on where it's like...
if you are...
Tony Pillage mentions Wally J, figure 8. You do the big thing and it doesn't get anything hardly. It does. Do the small stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I trained with Leon J when I trained with George Dillman, and it was all this very small bang.
Yeah,
and it works.
It's like getting the choke on. It's like doing this, and it's like that's bad. So, it's like.
So I like the small circle stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not big enough for large circle jiu-jitsu, I'll be honest. Short arms. You like small circle. Now, here's a sneaky one. What you're going to do is invert the cane so the crook is at the bottom.
Oh, right underneath.
Yeah, now, when you bang that, exactly the same.
Lift up and then pull.
Now, there's no points for guessing where that goes, and you extend
anal cavity.
And basically, I grow about 6 inches as I shoot up in the air.
Cough!
Yeah, literally. Okay, the other one is, if you're in close enough, that one, it goes under the chin. Okay, so then this is all...
So this is like where you bring the helicopter type stuff into it?
Yeah.
So you get into the motion where it's going to get into a...
As Kev was saying earlier, when I was talking, I'm always moving my cane into different positions. And even when I think...
It's like, I'd be doing that with me.
Yeah, I do. I actually hold it, where you had it just then, in the middle of... That's how I walk with mine. I hold it like that.
Like a cymbal cane type.
Well, I just walk with it down by my side. I don't hold it up. It's just hangs loose.
Just have it there,
yeah. Yeah. If I see trouble, I think, how many of them are there? What they're going to do? And I change my grip. If it's one, I will go into the top of the grip. If not, I might go to the figure of eight.
It's got to be a...
But what I do is I practice changing from grips. One of the ones, if you hold it into the crook of your elbow, so it's just hanging off your elbow. So like you might be doing something, so you're holding it on your elbow. Yeah, like that, exactly like that. Yeah. And what we say is, if you want to get it quick, imagine you're drawing a pistol out of a holster on your belt, and then you pull it. So it's literally let it drop. It slides down your forearm.
Oh, like
then you twist your hand to grab it. Yeah, and you're straight up.
Right, guys, I've been behind the camera all morning and I've been itching to get on here. I've just thoroughly enjoyed the session so far with Mark.
Let's put some pain.
I don't know if this is recording or not.
Is it flashing?
It's flashing.
It's recording.
It's recording.
Camera action.
So I must admit, I'm feeling like a bit of a fanboy at the moment. So what I'm going to do with Mark, I'm going to do a little bit called sticky cane. We've got videos for this already. So Mark, put your hands out. I'm just going to guide you into me so that you don't catch your feet on my foot guard. Okay, I'm going to lock myself off the brakes. Now the idea with this technique is that with the cane we have to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
So when I'm sparring with people and I'm bringing the cane up, they look at it and go, "Oh, I'll catch that and take it off of you." And after a little while I got fed up with it, so started messing about with Wing Chun. I know during the break we've been talking about Wing Chun, which is just going to move your hand. Yeah. It's just the pushing and pulling and just finding motion. A lot, which I believe you do anyway, because without
finding the weakness or finding the strength where.
Yeah. But also with the visual acuities, you now know exactly where I am.
Oh yeah.
And you know that what's my outside, my inside. So you've got a rough idea of where the hell I am.
Yeah.
But with the cane, I'm using just a mini cane.
Right.
I'm going to put your palms down and I'm just going to give you the cane.
Yeah.
Now the idea with this is that if it becomes a pushing pulling, it's mine, it's yours, it's mine. Yeah. Okay, we're using the Wing Chun principles of turning in circles and opposite directions. So you've got it, and I've got the weaker position because I'm inside your hands.
Right.
But if I turn one hand to the outside, I've suddenly got a little bit of leverage.
Yeah, I feel that.
Now all I'm going to do is my palm is down on top of the cane. I'm going to slide it under the cane and palm up. Exactly the same position I was before, same distance from your hand, but now I've got a different. And all I'm doing is going to push with my left hand, which you'll feel the pressure on your right, and I'm going to push down with my right hand, and you'll feel the pressure on your left. And how easy was that? Yeah. Yeah? So again, it's just, that's the one movement. But you're feeling that, so you're going to push against it. I'm letting the cane slide, and I'm going the other way. And every sort of movement that you make, I'm just going to go opposite. So you can feel the flow, can't you? Yeah. Right. As with Wing Chun, get your shoulders down. That's it. Right?
Yeah, these people raise them up, don't they? It's like, oh, the power, the power.
I spar with a friend, and I know when he's getting tired, and I know when he's going to attack me because the shoulders go up. It's a telltale, and you can feel it, and you go, right, this is going to come in.
Attack me. Just do that, and it's like,
I
mean, push that chest up, like,
oh, big time. So what we're going to do is just have a little play around, and all I want you to do is just feel where it's going. Yeah?
See, now I'm letting it loose, so
Exactly. You find it flowing better.
Yeah.
Now put a bit of tension and strength in.
Yeah, I'm losing my balance all over the place.
Yeah, now relax. How's it feel now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, this is just a good spatial awareness thing. Yeah. You'll now realise the range of motions that I've got. And you start
I'm aware of this side.
Yeah.
I'm picking something up off it. Is that where the hook?
That's where the crook is, yeah.
It seems more prominent on that side. I don't know why, but it just does, yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
I lured you by just doing the same motion over and over again, and all of a sudden I've changed it.
Yeah.
If I'd been nasty and I changed it
Bang.
this way.
Yeah. Oh.
I've then got a strike and into the balance points. But again, there's no set pattern with this. There's no set attacks.
No, I'm going to say that it's just...
Yeah. With the crook, all I'm going to do is slide my hand. If I show you with your hand,
yeah.
It's that motion. Yeah?
Yeah.
We put your palm up. Yeah? Right. So you basically just using that motion.
Right.
Now if I've got hold of it and you do that motion,
I'll just do that.
it's almost took it out of my hand.
Wow.
Yeah? Also brought me forward.
Yeah.
So your next motion, I can see that palm come straight to my head. I can see it before it happens. Yeah?
Yeah.
So again, it's just literally grab the cane how you want and you just play with it.
You just feel that,
Yeah?
that loose.
Now practice with sliding your hands up and down the cane just to give you different...
Doing that?
Just to give you a different... different motion.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So the inner stuff is more... You see, if we're doing that...
Yeah. You've got kind of more leverage. Because you've
you
got a
just
wider
did that and
circle.
you spun it out like, whoa.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you'll feel secure having a wide grip. But with the wide grip, I've got more pull.
Pull.
And...
So if you did do that again, so I'd be wanting to go in with
Yeah.
bring my hands in one out.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And there's no reason why you can't now slide your hands in and put your hands kind of on top of mine.
I'll just go it like on,
Yeah.
So
And once you've got the wrist or that knuckle there, that's the middle finger coming down to the middle of the palm, back of the hand.
Yeah.
That's a pressure point. But you've also got a control.
Yeah.
So if you now, we'll do it one-handed. I'll take one hand off. If you do this.
Right, and just press it into that.
Yeah. You've now got a wrist lock.
Right.
With the cane.
Yeah.
But one of the great things I see, Chris has said it before, and it's amazing, some of the little games we played at the club, you suddenly become weapon fixated. And you've got to push, pull, push, pull. But if I let go with one hand, I've got a punch.
Right.
Yeah? Or because I'm in the chair, the balance point.
Yeah.
Nice groin strike from here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So don't become weapon fixated.
No. It's like what I've said about the shot. Do that again. What you just did with the thing, because right. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm letting that repetitive motion push me, pull me.
I was training for. What I'm going to say is, somebody's grabbed me with both hands.
Yeah.
I can stop one of them.
Yeah.
And control the other one. So I'd go in as I'm spinning this round now with this.
Go for it.
I'd go in.
Perfect.
And do that.
Absolutely perfect. Yeah.
On there, do you know what I mean? Where it's going to bring you forward.
Brilliant.
Oh,
right.
Not just bring you forward, but because I'm stationary with my legs a lot, me. But what I do is step back and whoosh.
Perfect. I'm out of the chair. Right. Then you've gone in with this motion where you've gone tip up.
Figure eight.
Right. If you come up and tip down, slide this hand up. What have you got? No, just slide it up to feel the cane. What have you got?
The crook.
So the crook now comes over.
Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've got. I forgot
Right.
that as well.
Yeah. So again, you got
So
two
from
ways.
your perspective, you're taking somebody off balance, aren't you?
Exactly. I mean, I'm fighting downhill when I'm in my chair. If I'm with two canes, I'm 6'1", and I'm either towering above you or I'm level with you. Okay? But with this cane, the mini cane's brilliant. It was the first time I see it was Soke Dave Lee. He had one, and I looked at it and I couldn't work it out, and I'm thinking, the hell is that?
Is
That
it small person?
Yeah, exactly. I thought it's a baby cane, and then all of a sudden I started seeing him do what he did, and I thought, okay, well I've done it with the bigger cane, you know, the sticky cane.
Your arm, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, the sticky cane with the big cane.
Yeah.
And then we thought, well, that sticky cane with the small cane. Now, if you want to grab me, if I just take the cane for a sec, if you want to grab me,
Go in.
right, look at your body position. In your mind,
Forward, yeah.
in your mind, what's your body position?
I'm leaning forward to coming down.
Where's your balance point? To me.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
centre, isn't it?
Right, so that's a disadvantage for you. Now if you stand straight, and I try and grab you, Yeah. I am now extending my upper torso.
Yeah.
Right? And in my chair, that's not a good thing.
No.
Okay? But if I use the cane
round the neck
and bring you to me,
yeah.
I've still got my core balance. Right? One of the great things that Chris taught me was I've got my right hand on the shaft near the tip, the crook's around your neck. I'm putting my other hand palm down onto the shaft, and all I'm doing is sliding up.
Yeah.
Yeah? I can go up, I can go down, left or right. Yeah? So if I give you the cane, you're at the tip end, the crook is facing to your left.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're coming in, hitting, grabbing,
right.
Palm down onto the shaft.
To there.
Okay? And it's a pull and a push. Pull back with your right hand, slide your left hand up, find the neck. Now you're right in on my carotid point.
Yeah.
And I can, you can probably feel the pulse, can you? Yeah? You feel the pulse?
Yeah.
That's a powerful position to be in.
Oh yeah.
Imagine doing that fast.
Slam that in, yeah.
Exactly. So
that's what I meant early on with these sort of points on me.
Definitely.
They're prominent to go into.
Well, you've got mini Cupid's arms.
Yeah.
I felt his arms, and they are rock hard, and he's got these protuberances. And we was just messing about, and it's like I don't want them anywhere near my neck or the back of my neck.
But they go. Come to tell you.
Yeah, come on.
If I were to get you in a headlock
Yeah.
or anything like that, this going in to there, and you wasn't going to move.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I bring it in, I run it across, I take it up and then down.
Wow.
But doing that as a,
yeah,
I mean, and actually,
go on.
Stopping somebody from, if you grab hold of me, my sort of thing is like if you grab to there, I know you're going to do it now, but what I normally do is I try to, you see, you grab that, then that. So this one will be my pot of call for going bang, knocking it to the side, and getting round the back of you, doing what I need to do.
Gotcha.
But grabbing hold of that. So keep hold of that.
Yeah, but you're still on my dead side.
Using that and going underneath.
Yeah.
That's what's this going in.
You got wrist lock in.
Right. Grab hold of that.
Yeah.
Stop again.
Double wrist lock.
Right.
And you can't tap.
Yeah.
But going back to the cane, my friend.
Yeah. No.
There is no hard, fast rules. If you want to take just one half pace to your right, mate.
Yeah.
So you're dead in front of me now.
Yeah.
Okay. No hard, fast rules with this thing.
It seems like
it's that flow.
Look how many pressure points it is on the body, over 800. So it doesn't matter where you are with that.
Yeah.
If you do know where your pressure points are, you can actually do a lot of damage. But with that, it's
definitely. Well, I'm coming up to your head now with my hands, right? And you put into, this is the edge of your maxilla there.
Yeah.
Okay. From the nurse's point of view, this is your jawbone.
Yeah.
This is your weakest point.
Right.
Okay. As a nurse, anaesthetics, you can lift that to clear an airway. See what happens to your head?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know that there is a point there that, if pressed, is going to cause a reaction. Can you imagine having that?
Ow.
The horn into this place here.
Never.
You're going to go wherever I want to put you. And this is the reason why, and it's basically thanks to Soke Dave Lee. He introduced me to this, and I've loved it ever since. I can't walk with it, but in the chair, it's been an absolute diamond. Yeah. And it's like an extended arm that I can reach out and come here. And if you've got me locked up, I've got a fair chance of getting out.
Yeah. It's like that thing what I said though, if I'm stood here and I'm like, right there you bastard, and I come forward, using that point there to just turn.
Well, looking at you now, your knees are straight on your right hand side, so even just on the knee, if I had the rubber tip, you get on there and just push back and down. Okay? You've got your
36 and it's out points 36. So.
You've got your hip, as you said before. So we've been corresponding quite a bit. You've also got solar plexus, which is uncomfortable.
Yeah, you can snap that.
Right, I'm not going to do this too hard because I say I've got no tip on this cane. But you've got
jugular notch.
You've got the cricoid. We used to call cricoid cartilage. In men, there's a cartilage here that you can actually push and block off the airway. And you're not going to walk to me.
No.
One of the videos we did a little while ago, the Conception Vessel, between top lip and nose.
Yeah.
We did it with a pen. Try walking towards me. Yeah. Can you imagine using the tip of the cane there? Yeah. So you've got loads of different things, and it's just it's a wonderful thing to do.
Would you put the cane on that? On your chin?
Yeah. I mean, personally.
It's going to push your jaw back, isn't it?
Yeah. Personally, myself, I've got a rule of thumb. If you're being annoying, I'll hit your ankle or your thigh. If you're threatening a member of my family, I'll break your arms and your ribs.
Yeah.
If you're threatening my life, then I'm sorry, but all of it's game. But hitting above the collarbone with these is a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's a seriously bad idea. Even with, I mean, this is a very, very, very light cane. I've got 2 canes that I walk with. One's a heavy one, which is my striking cane, and I've got one similar to this but full length.
So you don't have to
which is a pudding.
Not throw it up, but just let it fall down or something.
Let it fall. Yeah. I mean, you can break a collarbone, and it's not life threatening. Yeah. If you break the ribs under the arm, then you're exactly. So arms and legs are usually what I aim for. You know, because
decent points there anyway,
it takes the fight out of people. You know, my wife Sally, she teaches female self-defence, and one of her big things was psychology and physiognomy, facial features and body language. Yeah. And she'll kill me that I've got that wrong. So, as an aggressor, you're going in with a certain mindset. You know, I am the victim because I've in a wheelchair, I've got 2 canes, I look vulnerable. I'm the victim. But I can change your mind about that with a little tap.
Oh, yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, that's all you need. To change their point of view. Yeah. Hang on, I'm not going to mess with him now. Chris has told a story, and I believe on camera as well, where people have literally said they're going to mug him as they're walking up to him. And we're going to go through the figure of 8 on camera in a sec, but we did the bit outside. And he did the figure of 8. And they partied like the Red Sea. And again, it's that psychology part. Again, you've got your white cane there, you're walking down the street.
And just giving it that.
All intensive purposes, you're an easy target.
Yeah.
You know, but you change their mentality, their mental thinking process by a little tap or doing something, and then the battle's half won. You know, you're on a level playing field now, you're not the victim, they don't think they're going to get an easy ride out of this.
Yeah, it's like the vocal stuff as well. I mean, if I've had like training and that, I've picked a few things and vocalising saying, "Get down!" You know what I mean? Like, whoa,
God, yeah.
Like, and it's like shit.
But you feel it. You feel it there.
Yeah. It's like you won't even be ready for that probably, but it's like, whoa, it's like the echoiness and stuff.
It's really weird. That came to prominence for myself with my son James. I think he was about 4. Upstairs, calling him for dinner, and all I went was, "James!" Obviously a lot louder.
Yeah.
And I felt it in my diaphragm. I was like, oh my God. And when we teach the children's class, instead of a ki, it's the word no. And they scream it. Yeah. So a man grabs you in the street, no, and then into Giddenbrai or to an escape.
That brings attention to someone, doesn't it?
Exactly. Exactly. There's no mistake with no. You know.
Help is like the people looking at this.
Yeah, it's a strange thing. I heard stories years ago. Rather than shout help, shout fire, because people tend to like fires and they want to go and see something. Whereas help, it's like danger. I'm getting out of the way. My wife would, for hours, speak to you about this. she goes into nuances, which is absolutely fantastic because you know there is a different dynamic with women's self-defence because they haven't got a disability, but they're still seen as victims by stronger people. So it's a bit, you know, weird when you can change their thinking. And you suddenly see them go from that aggressor stance into I'm a little bit weary now.
It's like what we've been saying about the pain compliance.
Exactly.
If you show somebody like, oh, he's got a stick, he's not going to be able to, oh, come on then, and it's like, whack, and just smack him on the hand, we're like, oh, you bastard, do you know what I mean? They're like,
well, I'm just going to say graphic here, Mark.
Yeah.
All I'm doing is I'm raising the cane in what we call the old git pose, shaking the cane at someone. That's what they think they're going to do. Chris does a figure 8, I do a figure 8, and they go, what the heck? We're suddenly dealing with Bruce Lee.
Yes. I would imagine it's quite scary. It's like when I've got that, like my sticking with.
Yeah.
I don't know if you felt there's no density to it.
No, it's
but there is
percussive.
No, there's possibilities what I can use it with.
Yeah.
Stick.
It's to your left.
Right. So if you were to grab me,
Just having a little feel of your cane. All right. So you got like
it's got
plastic,
possibilities, like
a plastic tip,
yeah.
and is it metal, steel type thing with a rubber grip? Gotcha. Right. So I'm going to grab you.
Right. So this is coming open.
Yeah.
What I do, that'd be done pretty quick, right?
No problems.
That goes up. Snap that down.
Yeah.
But then I twist it that way.
Gotcha.
And I've got your wrist.
Yeah.
lock
Yeah, definitely.
already. So all I've got to do is do that. I mean, I've never done this before.
Yeah.
But then that one comes into play where I've grabbed that.
Yeah.
That pressure point in.
Yeah, you go
And
back
it's
on
there.
that
So I've got
again.
two.
Yeah.
And moving it around. So I'm trying to take it a little bit steady there. But
That's okay.
you see what I mean? It's using that cane as in, maybe, snap!
Well, the one thing we've noticed, and we've played around with quite a few canes, you can buy walking canes from most charity shops or,
Yeah.
you know, and we've used a couple,
Sorry.
but the first thing you do is you hit someone with it and the cane smashes. And we went through quite a few just to see what would work.
Yeah.
Before I got my Cane Master's cane, I had a metal cane, what they call a T-bar. So the shaft comes up, I'm just going to use your hand,
Yeah.
and instead of the round, it just comes off at a 90-degree angle.
Yeah, I've seen, I think
Yeah.
I've seen them when I could see.
And I like the idea because you could do the twirls, you know, spinning the cane in your hand.
Like just,
yeah, basically.
Just like that, basically, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a tonfa without the extended bit at the end.
Yeah.
So you can give it a good spin. But as soon as I hit a pad, I had to go and find another cane. And bearing in mind I use the cane to walk, it was kind of uncomfortable trying to get back to my car without the use of a cane. So Grandmaster Mark Shuey does Cane Masters, which we found is a fantastic cane to use.
Yeah.
And there's different varieties, as I said before. I've got the lighter ones, I've got the heavier ones.
And that's just off the wood then, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It is, yeah.
Sort of...
I think that quite a lot of it is the way he makes them as well. They're quite unique. And to say, we've gone through some. I've gone through metal ones, and when I had the accident, I put on a lot of weight. The trouble with mine is they give way sometimes, and I just go over. So I've extended the metal walking stick to use as a prop for my leg, and bent it.
Yeah.
I've not bent the wood one yet, and I've gone over a few times.
It's just like this. If you try...
Yeah, the
You know what I mean?
tensile stuff is there, but you can feel where the joints are.
Yeah.
Because it has to break down, doesn't it?
I think it's just a cheap one, this from
Yeah.
Council, but I think you can get titanium ones and stuff that have got... See, the hole and that,
Yeah.
it'd buckle that.
I must admit though, if you're swinging that round your head,
Oh,
I wouldn't
if I'm
be inclined to come towards you. I must admit.
because people don't, obviously they don't know the density and stuff of the stick. They're not
Yeah.
gonna think it's just like, oh, I don't fancy getting hit with that.
No, exactly.
It's like
Until I actually touched your cane,
yeah.
I hadn't actually physically had one in my hands. I've seen loads of them. I've seen people use them.
Well, it's got that. It's got rope all the way through it,
Yeah.
and that hooks onto the bottom.
Gotcha. So it's fed all the
Don't
way
like taking
through.
that off because sometimes it hooks off.
Yeah.
You can change them and stuff like that, but it just hooks off. So, but even just with that,
Brilliant.
wrap it round. I mean, if that's, I put it on there. But if I put it like that,
Yeah, you've got strangle.
I mean, it's got possibilities like, but.
Yeah. But again, as with everything we do, it's adapting what you've got at the time, and with your ability and what you can do with it. It's again.
Like I say, I've not as yet. I've not worked on using that.
Well,
Apart
I think
from if somebody's coming towards me, it's done that.
It's giving you distance. It's giving you a little split second to prepare.
Or if somebody's coming towards me, what I thought.
My attention's gone.
Yeah, bam!
Yeah, my
attention's.
Yeah,
whoa.
definitely.
So technically that would work, wouldn't it?
Well, I know personally, if I drop a cane, everyone's attention goes to that cane, and they give that sort of 2 second bit where it's do I help? Do I
help him pick it up?
But the 2 seconds in a fight is an amazing amount of time.
Yeah, it's a knockout, isn't it?
Exactly.
But if you're coming in your wheelchair,
yeah,
and you're coming forward, all I've got to do is that.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do then. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like
again, it's distraction techniques. It's changing my mental outlook. I know what I'm doing. I've planned what I'm going to do. I'm going to now carry it out. Hang on, he's not doing what I thought he'd do.